today we're going to talk about parenting after a loss or after two losses. So, yeah, let's start.
So yeah, guys, thank you so much for subscribing, and thank you so much for following our journey and the support that you have been giving us from the time that we were trying to conceive and after we brought our son home. And I think for us, this is a video that, or rather this is a journey that we have looked forward to sharing, especially the parenting part of it, because if you have always wanted something for so long and now finally you've got this thing, so now what? How does life look now that we have what we have always wanted to have, which is children. You know, we've always wanted to grow a family, and now we have that. And I think you can hear him in the background. He's busy playing with the rattle, which just fell, but that's fine. A question that we get asked about the most is that are we happy? You know, how stressful is it? Is it, you know, like people say, the sleepless nights, and how are we managing that? And I think for us, one thing that I would always say is that, especially for my part, that I'm very blessed to have married a traditional man who still understands how to be empathetic and how to put aside what society would say he should be in our home. I don't know if that makes sense. And what I mean by that is that he doesn't mind waking up at 3 a.m. in the evening and help me if, you know, the baby's being problematic, you know, he's crying and he can't stop crying. He wakes up, he sits up with me and he helps me. Whereas in the more traditional setup, the baby is mine. All he should be doing is sleeping and minding his own business. And I think we have managed to find a balance in how much I do as a mom and how much he does as a dad, as a working dad, to put it as such, because he's away most of the day, and then when he comes home he's exhausted, but there's still a part of he's a husband and he's a dad when he comes home. And perhaps you can share how that has been for yourself.
Okay, so I think for me from the beginning the most difficult thing was to balance being a father and also balance being a working father. Well, it's one thing, because I work long hours, so I'll go to work and then I'll work 12 hours, then I come back, and then I have to now kind of sacrifice 2 hours with my family, and then I'm tired, and then after that 2 hours then it's just trying to sleep while the baby's making noise. So at the beginning it was difficult when he was like in the first month into the second month.
He was a colicky baby, and most people would know what a colicky baby is. Yeah.
But I didn't want to take the option of sleeping in a separate bedroom, so I just decided, you know what, I'll get used to it. And then as time went on I got used to it, and also like there were times where like for both of us the baby would cry, we don't know what to do, which I think is normal for every parent, they go through that. But for us, I think it was also motivating to know that we wanted this person and now he's here, but then going through this, the normal things of parenting. But then to us what's extra special is that we've been praying. It's not a oopsie, it's a baby that we wanted. So then that kind of then, it just automatically became a motivation. We never spoke about it like, okay, let's be happy. We were just both naturally happy. And then even now I come home from work and he's done something new, or every time when I walk in from work, he has this beautiful smile that he gives. I call it a side smile, which makes his mother jealous because they spend the whole day together.
And then when his dad comes in, it's like, oh, there's manna from heaven. Bye, mom, my dad is here.
So yeah, so that's what happens. I think babies are cute in that way. They kind of notice the patterns and they adjust to it. So I think he knows now I spend most of the day with my mom. So then when my dad gets home, he gets excited. I think it also changes sleeping patterns in a way that when I come from work, he's awake. and then I make sure every night that I go with him in bed to bed. So we make his bottle, then I take him to bed, then I try to get him to sleep in the same time that I sleep, which then seems to be working. And but obviously as he gets older, we try to adjust another sleeping pattern that works for babies. But yeah,
Yeah.
so that's what I've been going through, and that's what as a working dad. So I'm just speaking from my side as a working dad. But as a couple, we've been happy. We've been enjoying taking pictures with an extra person. And it's no longer just me now taking pictures of my wife. It's more like we prep the baby, take pictures of him, and then take pictures together. And
That's if we even get to taking pictures of
Yeah.
us.
so that's been fun, I think. And then a lot of people, sometimes you don't realize that a lot of people, they want to see more. So every
Yeah.
time people are like, post more pictures, or show me pictures of the baby. And then, yeah, he's a joy to have. And he's made a lot of friends. He's stole all our friends. And he's become a special person to everyone.
And I think on that point, I think that's something that I don't think we realized how many people were with us in our struggle, that when he was born, if I could, I think like I would insert some of the reactions that we got when we made some video calls, and we like, guys, we brought the baby home. I remember one very close friend of ours, Olin, and I know that he's gonna watch this, he literally cried. And that for me was like, this child is loved as much as we love him as his parents. But we are going to be raising him up within a community of people that love him, within a community of people that we know we can trust to help us to raise him. They always say that it takes a village to raise a child, and I believe that the village that we are surrounded with, it's one that I would not exchange, for anything. And even in my down days where, I didn't have a good night, he didn't sleep well, I haven't rested, but just a phone call from somebody asking, hey, how you doing? How's the baby doing? And sometimes we'd even have some of our friends offer to come over, and a simple thing such as washing the dishes for me while I take a 30-minute nap. That meant a lot, to me. It meant a lot to my own functioning mobility, or ability rather. And on a day-to-day basis, we, like he said, most of our friends are like, how's the baby? And then after how's the baby, how are you guys doing? So we even, like, I started nicknaming him my CEO, because I'm like, you know what, it seems as if like I have been full-time employed by this guy, and the world revolves around him, and everybody only wants him, and then after that, then it's us. So I'm the PA, and this is the chief operations officer. What is a COO? Whatever a COO is, that's him. And I'm the PA, because I get to do everything that he wants me to do. But it hasn't been an easy journey. It's been a joy, but at the same time, it has not been easy, because a lot of people think, or rather they thought, that once we have a child in our home, we are going to forget about the other children that we have had that we were not able to bring home. And one thing that I would love for people to know and understand, that losing a child and having a child thereafter does not replace the child that you have lost. Nope, it does not. It does not mean that now everything is joyous, it's marvelous, and we don't talk about the loss, we don't think about it or anything like that. And in our household, we still talk about our losses. We still talk about, the what ifs, because most of our pregnancy timelines, they interlap into each other. So it's one of those things where we're like, okay, now we do have a child in the house. Now we're getting to balance the feelings of grief and the feelings of joy. And I think because we talk a lot, we have managed to balance it out, because we are able to ask each other, how do you feel about this? How am I feeling? And we don't judge each other in the way that we've dealt with our previous losses. And that has really, really, really helped us to appreciate what we now have, and know that the child that we have now, Kundiso, is not a replacement of our two older sons that we lost. He is an individual on his own. He's got his own personality, and even his pregnancy was way different to the other two pregnancies. Actually, all three of my pregnancies were very, very different, and even I was different, and he can attest to that. So yeah, it's been a journey. It has had its ups and downs. With the ups and downs, we have also had a lot of wins and a couple of losses, and we really just look forward to doing life with our little man, knowing that, you know, we love him. The tribe that surrounds us, both from my family, my husband's family, they love him. He's a child that has really just even brought us closer, you know, as a couple, and even as a family, because like my family, like my brother, I think we speak probably 4 or 5 times a week. Even his wife is like, how's my baby doing? So he has really brought a lot of joy around us, and he has helped unite us in a way that it's unexplainable, and it's really just an amazing feeling to know that a human being, a little human being who really doesn't know much, could do that. Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's it for now, but I think it's been fun, and it's been, I think for me, there's moments that I enjoy, like changing his nappy. I think he enjoys that as well, because he likes to play.
He gets excited.
So he gets excited if you're going to change his nappy, if you give him his nappy to play with it, or the clean one. Yes. So yeah, I think it's going well, or it's going as it should. It's just learning, and I think we naturally just found ways of who does what at what time, and then that seems to work. And the CEO is introducing himself, so thank you very much.
I'll bring him.
So we're gonna get to see him, because he doesn't like being ignored for too long. He wants to be featured.
Say hello, world.
Hmm?
Say hello. So for those that doesn't know, this is Kundiso, and he is the chosen rainbow. He's the rainbow that chose us, and I think that's where that name came from, the chosen rainbow. That we were looking for a rainbow, and when we found one, it chose us. We believe that he chose us to be his parents. We didn't choose him, he chose us, and we accept that with wide open arms, and we're excited. So thank you guys for being here, and you know, for asking all the many questions that you do ask. They do teach us a lot about ourselves, and it's just great to have the conversation, talk about things, and yeah, so if you have not subscribed, hit the notification bell so that you get notified the next time that we post a video. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Say thank you. Hey, thank you.
Bye, guys.
Thank you, guys.